Okay, Dolphins fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge, and I mean also all sports fans, not only Dolphins. The good news for the Miami Dolphins, starting today, that you probably heard already, defensive coach uh, Weaver, Anthony Weaver, is staying with the Miami Dolphins. That's good news for the defensive side, but I still believe we need some coaching decision to make, some decision to move for the Miami Dolphins. But anyhow, I just came back to let you guys know that it is Friday recap. Uh, a lot of things has gone in sports since then. You got baseball news with players being signed, trades going on, and we're like about probably a month away from baseball now. Spring training coming through, and you got playoffs. You got the NFL playoffs starting tomorrow. Big games, two big matchups that I really want to see. It's actually the Ravens versus the Bills. That's a good matchup. And don't fall asleep with the Houston Texans going to the Kansas City Chiefs home field. Why? Because sometimes these long rest, these bye weeks, yeah, it help when you got a lot of injuries in your team, and then you got to play the following week. But I feel when you have momentum going to the playoffs and you feel comfortable, anything can happen. Another game that's very crucial, that's going to be the game on Sunday, which is the Rams and the Eagles. That game right there, guys, Ram with full experience, Strasser been to the Super Bowl, Cooper Cup. I mean, they got great offense. Will the Eagles defense do the same thing they did to the Green Bay Packers, which only allowed them 9 points? Now, once again, I know you Eagle fans not going to like what I'm going to say, but I don't feel that Hurst had a good game. I remember he came back from concussion, so that takes time to heal and time to get back to the field when you were off for almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So there's some key roles that are going to be played in these games that you're going to have to look out. Don't go into statistic, guys. Don't go into. I look at matchups. There's pretty good matchups. Same thing, Detroit. Detroit hosts the Commanders. You can't fall asleep. Look what happened to Minnesota. Because I guarantee you, the whole world saw Minnesota at 14 and 3 going into the Rams, but we didn't see this coming. Why? Because I'm a firm believer that home field advantage is a plus. Now, maybe you said I disagree, but the percentage is very high in the NFL winning at home. That's winning on the road. And then the upset was when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost to the Washington Commanders. Now, good game, 23 to 20. So it was a heck of a game. It's not they got blown away. But at the same time, don't fall asleep. Cinderella teams, man, you just got to be careful. Yeah, I know Daniels is very young. I understand that. But at the same time, anything can happen in its league. Anything can happen. And that's why you have to, I think this is probably one of the, you want to call it second round of the playoffs, that you look at the matchup and basically the two teams I tell you in the beginning, which it was Baltimore Ravens going to Buffalo. Guys, if you look at that matchup, they look pretty good on both sides of the ball. Okay, it's which defense is going to show up. Which defense is going to stop Lamar Jackson? Which defense is going to stop Josh Allen? That's the key right there, guys. That's the key. Who's going to stop who in this game? Okay, and then you got the other one that really makes me think a lot. Uh, it's the Rams going to Philadelphia. A Ram team that has gone to the Super Bowl, that had experience towards a team in Philadelphia, which I don't say they haven't gone to the Super Bowl, but I feel it's a team that got nothing to lose. And once again, I'm gonna say, will the Philly defense show up the same way they show up against Green Bay? If they do, they win the game. But that's my pick, by the way. So I got Philadelphia, I got Detroit, I got Kansas City, and I got the Buffalo Bills. But once again, it's a second round. Teams were on a bye week. Teams that were playing, they have momentum going. So let's see what happens. Now, once again, we have baseball coming up. Spring training. We're a month away from spring training. Uh, if you're an Oriole fan, and I'm gonna talk about my Baltimore Orioles, not happy with the pitching staff. Okay, not very happy with the pitching staff. Their lineup, it's okay, very full of youngster. I know Anthony Santander is gone. He's a free agent. I don't know if he has been signed yet. I mean, I've been focusing too much on football. But I look at this pitching staff of the Orioles. I find it's very, very scary. If they're going to think they're going to win by offense, they're going to score 10, 15 runs a game. Okay. And the pitcher's going to have to allow 7, 8 runs if they want to win this season. Now, I look at the lineup, and I was looking at it today, by the way. And yeah, we got some veterans players that are actually coming back. But I'm worried about their pitching. Okay. So, the Orioles are signing. How can I say this? Because when I said this to one of my podcaster, one of my friends, and it's like you picking players, and I don't say this in a bad way, guys, out of a garbage can, and see if they could fill your. And I mean, it sounds kind of harsh when I said that, but I don't mean it that way. It's like you're picking players out of this little, and let's make it sound better. So I don't want to sound that bad. You're picking players out of a crystal ball, and you're picking them from a crystal ball, just to put infielder here, a second baseman here, a third baseman here. You're doing all these movements, but then you got players batting 211, 191. Yeah, but their defense. No, man, we need a ball club that can hit, and that's one thing for me that is it's very, very important, especially in Major League Baseball. You see, we have to learn one thing, man. We play 162 games a season. This is not the NFL that plays 17 games. Imagine baseball playing 17 games, or the NBA playing 82 games, or the NHL playing. It's 162 games. You got to have the players that you need for the whole entire season. And right now, my concern with the Orioles are the pitching staff, guys. The Orioles need to do something with their pitching staff. Okay, I know baseball is far away from starting, but if you're an Oriole fan, I'm gonna tell you, don't be too hyped. Don't be too surprised. They lost a lot of veterans. They lost Byrne, their pitcher, the number one pitcher, um, through free agency. I know that our GM is a great asset to the team, but now we're going back to the same drawing board. And now they got the Orioles probably in third place, fourth place. I mean, if you look at it, but of course it's too early. We don't know. I mean, they haven't picked up the whole team yet, but it doesn't look good for the team right now if you're an Oriole fan. And then going back to the Miami Dolphins, guys, I'll tell you to sign Anthony Weaver. They need to get some coaches, especially the special team coach. They haven't signed nobody yet. Uh, Rumors about Tariq Hill going to the Ravens in the offseason, and especially a trade. Miami draft pick, Miami salary cap. I mean, they can work with structuring the contract of the players, but it's going to be another. Man, I don't want to say it because I'm a positive person, not a negative person, but I have to be realistic. It's going to be a difficult season for the Dolphins. You're going to lose key players. We built from the draft, but see, Miami is not in the stage of building anything. Miami's at the stage of winning because this is it for Greer and McDaniels, unfortunately. Fans are tired of losing. And who's not, guys? There's many teams in the NFL people are not happy about because they're losing. But anyhow, my wrap up is not going to be much. Like I said, NBA is still the same. You're a Laker fan. They're up and down. The Miami Heat, I'm really shocked with Butler. What they want to do with Jimmy Butler. Listen, man, I'm going to be honest with you guys. And this is what you need to understand. You don't want cancer in your team, man. You want people positive in your team. Yeah, sometimes things are not fair, and I understand that, and it's not the right way to do things. But play off your contract. If you don't feel happy, hey man, ask for a trade or say, hey, look, I'm leaving this year. I'm gonna play it out. You got teams that players are sitting in the bench and they're waiting for the superstar to come out or become one superstar from that bench to come out and take over this team. And this may be what the Lakers need. Maybe that's what the Heat need. I'm telling you, look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, how well they done. The Celtics, how well they done. I mean, you got to look at all these guys. People stay stuck with the same individual. I mean, you can't be selfish in this league. Play with your team, be a team player, and go for success because that's what we're here for, to go for success. I mean, we don't if you're set for failure, then you're set for failure. But you know, team that does that, you don't need that player because that gossip and that gives a bad vibe to the team, and you don't need that, especially in the NBA, anywhere in this league. But anyhow, I want to thank you so much, those that have subscribed to the channel. Like I tell you, it's going to be a short night tonight. I don't have much. If I got something in the weekend, I'll let you know. I've been so tired, so busy, but I hope you enjoy this podcast, guys. I'm using this another camera, another things I'm using because I'm about to use my other tablet to get information, to get more acquainted, get more information. So, but anyhow, thank you once again for subscribing to our Sports Night with Jorge. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the comment button, make a comment, hit the thumbs up. Tell me what you like, don't like. Just let me know, guys. We're here to speak out. It's freely. I mean, it's no big deal. I love you guys. I say it from day one. I thank so much those that help me out in this podcast. Growing little by little, day by day. So it's gonna get better because we still got baseball coming. We got NBA. Then we got NHL playoff, NBA playoffs. It's sports 24/7, and I try to get as much topics as I can. Now I'm gonna say this once again. It's not all Miami Dolphins. You'll get New York Giants news. You get Jets news. You get different team news. Now, you want to talk about a player and you want to put something in my podcast. How do I feel about this player? I'll let you know what I feel about the player. But I'm an individual that I'm not going to talk bad about any NFL, NBA, hockey player. They're human like me and you. They make mistakes like me and you. It's just it's a sport full of revenue, and we expect the superstar to actually be a superstar. But sometimes superstar has bad days on the field. Like we have bad days at work. So the best thing you could do is not having bad days at work is try to improve your day to make it better. You know, Once again, we have to step back a little bit. Step back a little bit. Sorry, a little bit. What the heck was that? I have no idea. I'm sorry. I apologize. Step back, think, and react. Okay, and put yourself in that person's position, that person's shoes. If that was you, what would you done? You see, you probably would have done different. But that person doesn't have the same mindset that you have. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, so I think criticizing players, talking bad about players, it's not really a good thing from anybody. But that's how people wants to get information and get hype about it. But I don't do that. So anyhow, thank you so much. I love you guys. You guys have a blessed weekend, man. Uh, Anything comes up, like I tell you, breaking news and all that, check my shorts, man. Don't forget to also hit the like button on that and have a comment. And hey, if your team is on the playoff, tell me your picks. Who do you like? Just put it down there at the comments. And once I bet, once again, I picked my team. I got Buffalo, all the home team. Buffalo, Eagles, Kansas City, and Detroit Lions. Have a blessed weekend. And thank you so much for everything. And God bless once again.